children, I welcome you all for the biology revision class. Hope you all watched video class of lesson 1 and completed worksheet also. Is it not? Now we shall revise the lesson once again. Do you remember the lesson topic? Yes, the topic is nutrition in plants. Okay, coming to the point, do you know why we eat food? Yes, you are correct. To get nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are nothing but the elements in food that are required for the growth, repair, and regulation of body processes. The different nutrients in food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. Even though water is not a nutrient, it is very important for various functioning and regulating metabolic processes. All living organisms directly or indirectly depend on plants for food. How plants prepare their own food? In the previous classes, you have studied water's photosynthesis. That is, using carbon dioxide, water and air from their surroundings in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, plants prepare their food. Mode of taking food by an organism is called nutrition. This nutrition is of two types. One is autotrophic. Auto means self. Trophos means nourishment. So the mode of nutrition in which organisms make their own food is called autotrophic nutrition. Example, plants. And the second one is heterotrophic nutrition. Animals and most other organisms take their food from the plants. This mode of nutrition, depending on others, is called heterotrophic nutrition. Do you know how plants prepare their own food? Yes, through the process called photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, plants convert light energy into chemical energy. This chemical energy is used by plants for growth and nourishment. Photo means light. Synthesis means to put together. When we cook food, we need essential things such as fire, water, and vegetables, etc. In the same way, plants also need some essential factors such as light, water, nutrients, soil, etc. Plants can get light from sunlight, water from soil, carbon dioxide from air. These factors help plants to make their own food. Plants have tube-like structures that run all through the stem, root, branches, and leaves. This tube-like structure is called xylem. This xylem absorbs water from soil and transport it to all parts. Leaves on the plants have small pores called the stomata. This helps in exchange of gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen. Carbon dioxide present in the air is responsible for photosynthesis. This enters through the stomata and oxygen comes out through the same stomata. This photosynthesis can be represented as an equation. CO2 plus H2O gives glucose plus oxygen in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So, through the process photosynthesis, not only food is prepared but also oxygen is given out, without which living organisms cannot live on this earth. So, it is clear that life is not possible without food and oxygen. This we can get only from plants. Now, can you see here different colored leaves? Are they be able to prepare food? Yes. Leaves other than green also have chlorophyll pigment, but other colored pigments mask the color of green, but they can also prepare food. Green patches seen on stagnant water also can prepare food, and they are called as algae. They also contain the chlorophyll pigment. The carbohydrates prepared by plants contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These are used to synthesize other components of food such as proteins and fats. Proteins are nitrogenous substances. Where do plants absorb nitrogen? Nitrogen is present in gaseous form in air, but plants cannot absorb that directly. Soil has bacteria which converts the gaseous nitrogen into useful form and releases into the soil. This nitrogen is absorbed by plants along with water. This conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into a useful one is done by the bacteria that are living in the root nodules of the leguminous plants. Also, farmers add fertilizers rich in nitrogen. In this way, plants fulfill their requirements and synthesize the components of food rich in nutrients. Hope you all understand the lesson well. Now, shall we start to write the classwork? Okay, be ready with your classwork. Write name in the first page and index in the next page of the allotted notebook. Then in a new page, start to write the classwork. Write today's date in margin and heading and question with black color and answers in blue. Write neatly and legibly with cursive writing. Shall we start to write? Yes. Write the heading Chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants. Subheading Answer the following. Now, question number 1. Why do organisms take food? Answer. You have to start the answer with a finger space, I think all of you know. All organisms need to take food to get energy for the growth, development and maintenance of their body. Now, the second question. Distinguish between a parasite and a saprotroph. The answer is, divide the column into two and write the heading Parasite, Saprotroph. Then write in the parasite column, organisms derive nutrition from the body of other living organisms, that is host or parasites. Example, Cuscuta, that is also called as amarbel. The next column, saprotroph. Plants which derive nutrition from dead and decaying organisms are called saprotrophs. Example, mushroom. Now the third one. How do you test the presence of starch in leaves? Answer. The presence of starch in leaves can be detected by iodine test. When chlorophyll is removed from leaf by boiling it in alcohol and then add 2 drops of iodine solution, the color change to blue indicates the presence of starch. Fourth one. Give a brief description of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. Answer. The green plants have chlorophyll in the leaves. The leaves use carbon dioxide and water to make food in presence of sunlight. Carbon dioxide plus water gives carbohydrate plus oxygen in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Fifth one. Differentiate between an autotroph and a heterotroph. Answer. Divide the column into 2 and write the heading autotroph, heterotroph. Autotroph can prepare their own food. Example, green plants. Heterotroph cannot prepare their own food. Example, all animals, fungi and non-green plants. Sixth, show with the help of a sketch that the plants are the ultimate source of food. Answer, all living beings depend on plants. For example, the plant-eating animals depend directly on plants, but carnivore depends indirectly on plants. The following sketch shows some examples of plant dependency. Now, like food chain, you have to write like the flow chart. Plants are eaten by both deer and grasshopper, and the deer is eaten by lion. Next, the grasshopper is eaten by frog, and the frog is eaten by snake, and the snake is eaten by hawk. Question number 7. Fill in the blanks. First one, green plants are called autotrophs since they synthesize their own food. Second, the food synthesized by the plants is stored as dash. Answer, starch. Third, in photosynthesis, solar energy is captured by the pigment called dash, chlorophyll. Fourth, during photosynthesis, plants take in dash and release dash. Answers, carbon dioxide, oxygen. Hope you all will write your classwork neatly and read well. Thank you for watching.